intro, but so was Louise or Louis? Like Louise, right?
You can call me Louis, or Luis. It's literally
Louis is fine, I guess. If that may, I'll say Louise or Louis or whatever.
you say whatever you want, because like I like all three names. You know,
man.
everybody's been calling me. I mean, the main name is usually Louis,
right?
But
cool,
yeah,
man, cool, yeah. So, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Real Feel podcast. Welcome back to meLife, the meLife Real Feel podcast. This podcast is just the real feel. It's the real true feeling, real conversations. If you're new to this channel, that's basically what it is about. If you're not new and you've just been following, then welcome back. I appreciate you. This is Louise. He will explain his story. I just thought I'd bring on a guest, and he was like, yo, I want to be on your podcast. And I'm like, who the fuck are you? And we're about to find out. And seems he's got a story on his hand. He's been going through addictions back and forth, just in between, doing some due diligence with the crime rates and stuff. But he's doing better. This is what I'm hearing, and we're about to find out. So if you really want to explain yourself, tell your story, tell what you're about. And
it mostly starts off with I would say I'm kind of a pretty bad alcoholic. Like even before here, I probably had like 8 beers. But the thing is, I'm like a functioning alcoholic. Like when I drink, I actually feel like more comfortable and open to actually talk to people. And when I'm sober, I just have that like wall where I can't, communicate the way I actually want, or like actually speak what I want. So, alcohol is it's my best friend, but it's also like my worst enemy.
Gotcha.
So
where did it, like, how did it start and where did it start? Like what I mean, I know you mentioned before about you've lost your girlfriend, jobs in the past, you've done stuff, being wanted by the police at some point in time. Like what's why do you think you started, and where did it start?
How did it start? I can actually answer that question, but yeah, so everything I'm going to explain is all alcohol related.
Gotcha.
But
just so you know, that's why I brought him on. I want to hear a story. I've heard bits and pieces of it, but y'all know it's the real feel. Maybe this can help him. Maybe this can help other people. Just understand you're not alone. Like, this is what I kind of wanted to aim towards when I heard what you were talking about, is that people aren't alone. And I know that it seems you're genuine to try to make that oomph. You know what I mean? You just want to find it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does 100%.
So that's basically why I wanted to like bring him on and for him to tell a story. So let him, go for it, man. Wherever you want to start.
Well, to answer your question, I don't really tell people this, but what pretty much basically like triggered my body to actually love alcohol was I was a very shy person growing up. And I just kind of explain a little bit of it, but like the first time I drank, I felt like alive. Like I was just like, oh my God, I can finally say this without actually,
like most of us when growing up with it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it that pretty much triggers it. And ever since, like, it's been a struggle. Like, I still remember when I was 16, the first time I got drunk. Oh my God, I was a wreck, but I felt amazing. I don't know if you know that. You definitely do
16, feel 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, man, you feel great. You feel more confident than anything ever before, especially when you're going through childhood shit, right?
When that's the thing. I actually felt for once confident in my life. And it's just like, you know what? Sometimes if I do drink, like I do feel more confident, and I know it goes through a lot of, everybody goes through that, but it's just like, I'm obsessed with that feeling of just getting a buzz. It's just like, oh my God, I feel so good. But the thing is, it only lasts so long, right? So
there's just a confidence build up with it where you just wanted to feel good, and it just like kind of trickled from there, right?
Yeah, and then that's when my life started to go.
Yeah. When did the girlfriend come into play? Because you had a girlfriend at some point.
We started seeing each other at 2017. And then we started dating, and then we rented a house together with my brother, and basically this is the first time we broke up because we actually got together again, right?
Gotcha.
And then
okay.
that led to the 5-year relationship. But
Right.
basically, I was being an idiot.
Mhm.
And then I was just being drunk all the time, and I don't think I was the best person around her. So she eventually left me the first time. But
this has to do with alcohol in between, right? Like
everything with alcohol, man.
Yeah.
It's just, but it was.
It has to be at some point in time where you were like I don't want to. I'm not telling you, but but like, hey man, like I don't want to be doing this. Clearly, you've had that thought in your head in between those times.
100%, 100%.
I mean, because clearly you've had some good things, and it seems like you're humbled, man. I know you have your issues, but for me, I see the humanized from it, right? Like I told you before the pod, me, if you're not bothering my life, like probably with your ex, right? If you're not bothering our lives, then we're good, right? But when it becomes an issue, right, we're gonna be like, hey,
Yeah.
But has there ever been a wake up? I mean, where you're like, okay, this is it. Like, has it been lately? The past like couple years?
There was a wake up, and that should have been the end of it, because I almost died once because of alcohol. Because I can actually explain the story. So I got fired from my job that I thought I was actually going to spend the rest of my life on. I really respected that job, but I was also like, that was when my ex broke up with me. Like after we got together the second time, after 5 years, she just broke up with me because I was being an idiot and drinking, which I understand now, but at the time I didn't. Right. So the way I coped with it was drinking even more heavily. So I would go to work like hammered, and I mean, I don't know if anybody's going to listen to this that actually works there, but I was showing up just fucking pissed, fucking drunk. Am I allowed to swear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit. Yeah, man. It's the real feel, bro.
It's I was actually like drunk a lot, and let's just say that they said, see you later, right? So basically what I got was, I was able to withdraw my RSPs to 13,000. So I got 13,000 after they fired me. But the problem was this: I'm a guy, I'm going through a breakup. I have an alcohol addiction. So what am I going to do when I wake up? Drink more alcohol. So I used to go to the store. So this is what kind of, as soon as that, you know how in Canada, like the convenience store started selling alcohol?
Man, such a bad fucking decision.
That's
so
what,
dumb.
It was so easy.
See, people, that's fucked up. Yeah, man. It makes you go even worse, because you could even have that time where you were like, okay, it's the liquor store. I know that's my demon, whatever. I can stay away from beer store. But then you go in the convenience store to go buy your pop, your chocolate bar, and you look to your right and you're like, wait a minute, what the fucking...
It's all fucking right there. It's just like, we didn't have this a few years ago.
I got clean in this time when it started to come back. But yeah, man, that will do it to you for sure.
Yeah, and the thing is, at the time when I used to live Simpatica, and the convenience store beside me, they started selling alcohol. So
made it more convenient, right?
That's why they're called convenience stores. It's like, hey,
more convenient. So crazy, man.
That's actually kind of funny. It's just like, yo, I want to grab some beer. Hey, how convenient is going to the convenience store?
So you just woke up, started drinking more?
I made sure to wake up. I put my alarm to like literally 6:50 a.m.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and the thing is, they can't actually sell alcohol, past, like before 7 a.m., right?
Yeah, I think it's about 9. It's crazy because Metro, before the convenient type store, Metro would start doing it at 7 a.m.
Well,
right? But the convenience stores after 6 a.m., they start selling booze.
I made sure to go there at 7 a.m. But my routine was, I would go there, and I wasn't working at the time because I couldn't I didn't really care. I had 13 grand, so obviously an alcoholic would just fucking blow it all on fucking booze. But like, I would pick up 12 tall boys, and then that was my thing. And then once in a while I would go to the LCBO, and then pick up 40s, and as soon as I woke up from being passed out drunk, I'd drink more of that 40 that's left over. Or if there's 4 tall boys, I'd make sure to fucking just drink it.
Was it just beer or liquor too? You're saying? Like,
Yeah, so I don't really drink hard liquor anymore because I actually got diagnosed with cirrhosis, but that's a story that we can talk about in a little bit.
Yeah, that will get you for sure.
Oh yeah, but I still shouldn't really be drinking, but like, yeah, that was my life for a little bit. As soon as I got fired, for probably like 5 months, and I think that's actually what triggered my liver to actually like just get bad, basically. Like it's like I was going ham, and I did have a roommate, and he would vouch for that. It's like, it's true. Like, yeah, I did go 7 a.m. I would pass out drunk, and away as soon as I wake up, even if it's like 9 p.m., I'd make sure to run there before the store closes, grab more. And the thing is, like, I was just feeling so down about my life. Like, and the only thing that would make me happy is booze. And I'm pretty sure that's just like any kind of addiction with anybody. That is your getaway to avoid reality, right?
It's the worst one because it's a social drug, right? Because you can go out, you can chat and stuff like that. Because if it was anything else like crack, cocaine, right, you wouldn't even be sitting. You'd be, doing your own thing, right? But it's such a social drug, that's what makes it harder to get off of it too, because there's so much the addiction, the past traumas, the relationships. I say it in my videos, then you're like, yeah, man, it's just waking up and just going, it's numbing it out, right? Numbing what the true feeling. It's not easy, man.
And that's the thing that some people don't understand.
I don't know where I was going with that, but it's just
it's all good,
easy.
Man.
It's definitely not easy for it, and waking up every single day and going like, I need that. I'm glad that you're not with the liquor thing, the cirrhosis. If you want to explain that one, that's bad. That's bad. If you have that, you're fucking. You know what I mean?
I'll be more than happy to explain that first day. So, this is probably one of the scariest moments in my life because it didn't feel real, but it was actually happening. So basically I'll just go to the basics. So my roommate, he had his daughter over, right? So when I woke up, I heard them like, kind of just having a great time together, but I turn on my AC and just to block out the noise, because, like white noise or whatever it's called. And so it helps me sleep more. And I'm like, I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to put on my AC. And then as soon as I stood up, I was just like, whoa, what's going on? Like, that was big head rush, but I decided to lay down, and I'm like, was that actually just because I got up too fast or because something's going on? So I started to, I don't know if you know Corey Kenshin. Shout out to Corey Kenshin, YouTuber. He's a good YouTuber, but I was watching him, trying to distract myself from what I just felt. And then I had 3 tall boys left. So I drank it. I drank like one of the tall boys, and I couldn't keep it down. Like, and my stomach was like this. So
bloated, yeah.
It was bloated, and it wasn't just me getting diagnosed with cirrhosis. It was also, there was something else going on. So I ran to the washroom, and then I literally threw up just by even taking 2 gulps of beer, and it was just pure blood. And then I'm a
huge sign, yeah.
And then it wasn't even the cirrhosis; it was something else. But I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Like, and then I grabbed my phone, and literally it felt like the first time like you ever drank, where you just see like 3 of everything. And I wasn't even drunk that morning. I saw 3 of everything. I grabbed my phone and I dropped it. I'm like, this is literally how I was moving. Like, I can't fucking move. And I didn't want to scare my roommate's daughter because I was throwing up blood, and this is going to sound gross, but I was also pooping out blood, which was called digestive bleeding. So eventually his daughter left, and I was just like, I got to do something, man. I'm not feeling well. Like, I am seeing 3 of everything. And it came in spurts. Every 3 minutes, I started to get woozy. I'm like, I'm starting to actually get like scared here. So I took a shower thinking it would feel better. I was trying to use shampoo and conditioner. I saw 3 of everything.
Mm-hmm.
It was like,
just rushing through your body, eh? Like
yeah,
the blood's just
the
fucking
blood was like I was pooping. I was sorry, it sounds gross, but it was the digestive blood.
Yeah, I know all about what's your symptoms. I don't know what the other thing is, but what you're explaining is basically you don't even need to drink. Like you're drunk every day. Like you need the alcohol to get rid of that drunk that you're feeling. It's so weird, man. Like what your body is feeling.
Well, actually, no, I'm actually going to get into details why I was actually feeling loopy.
Mm-hmm,
it wasn't because I was not drunk.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually, so I continue, and then my roommate fell asleep, and then I was taking a shower, and then I was literally calling his name like, yo, help me out, man. I can't do this anymore. I feel like passing out. And then, so eventually I called the ambulance and they took me in and I went to like priority care.
Mm-hmm.
And oh God, that was the worst experience ever too. Cause I was so dehydrated because all I had in my system was just alcohol. And I was like, they couldn't, like, you see my veins now?
Yeah.
There was no veins. And
just pale where you're.
And I also went super, I forgot to, like, I looked at myself in the mirror and it was just like pure sweat.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I'm a brown guy, I'm Hispanic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything was white. And even my roommate said, dude, you're fucking pale. What's going on? And it was just such a horrible experience. Like it was actually really scary. And then so I called the ambulance, went to the hospital, and I spent 6 days at the hospital, and I was in like severe care because I guess what they found was cirrhosis,
Mm-hmm.
like damage in the severe damage in the liver.
Oh yeah.
But also, the thing that made me actually like almost pass out was. It was I don't know if you know what GI bleeding is. So basically what it is your stomach is cut open and it's just bleeding.
Shit.
So what the doctors told me was, you drank so much alcohol that it weakened your stomach,
mm-hmm.
but also I was also not eating at all. Mm-hmm. And every time I did eat, I would throw up. Like if I went to my parents.
Yeah, because nothing was even making it through, right?
No. The thing is, I actually was throwing up on purpose because like food like numbs. Food like if you drink
mm-hmm.
and you eat food, you won't get as drunk. So so and when I went to my parents, my mom.
I didn't eat that much. I ate late at night. Even my ex would see it too. It was like most of the time I'd eat late. I'd eat some in the morning, but I eat late because I didn't want to ruin my buzz.
Yeah.
Throughout the
day,
you
understand, right?
Drink till like till like 10:30. I wouldn't eat sometimes because. I'm like, no, I'm good till later because the buzz, right? I wanted the buzz. But yeah, continue. For sure, I relate to that.
Yeah, no. So when I went to my parents' house, like this was actually a couple of days before I actually went to the hospital. Mm-hmm. But like my mom would cook up a feast. She's a Hispanic woman, right? Mm-hmm. So, but the thing is, I would secretly run to the washroom after I'm done eating, throw everything up, and I was doing that for months. And I guess it was just a big accumulation of the alcohol weakening my stomach and me throwing up that I guess I was bleeding on my stomach without me knowing for I guess few days, like 4 to 5 days. So my body just gave out and
so that was tearing it up as well as the alcohol because you were just kept throwing it up, so it was just heaving and ripping everything.
And it was that was not fun at all, man. That was
what did you like? Why don't I know everybody has, it's called, everybody has a rock bottom. I don't know if you fully believe in it.
I do.
Yeah. So everybody has a rock bottom, right? But you choose that rock bottom in a sense. I don't know if you believe that part. Like you can't be, if we are given a rock bottom, it would be showing like it's no tomorrow. It would be given to you and then that would be the line. There would be no more line to cross. It would be like, here's your rock bottom. But if that was the case, then a lot of us would get out of. I feel to believe it would be easier to get out if that makes sense because when it is.
Well,
right? But we don't know unless we choose it. Like, hey, this is it. Like, would you think that would? Like, how long ago was that one?
This one was. What day was it? It was a year ago, I think. And yeah, it was my rock bottom. I had no job.
In between, let me ask it this way: in between, because we've mentioned in here, in between your with alcohol, right? We're going to talk about the wanted with the cops because you talked about the liquor store. Not yet, but you talked about liquor store with me, and then you have your cirrhosis thing, and then the girlfriend thing. Is this all in one, or is this a separate throughout your life? Like
all in one. It all happened in a span of 2 years.
Within 2 fucking years.
Yeah. No. My life was. I mean, I'm finally feeling happy, but
right. But at that time, I see what you're saying. So the girlfriend and all that shit.
It was just a big correlation of everything.
So where you were saying the cirrhosis is like because you were just drinking hard. And
I mean, I've always been kind of a drinker, but like when she broke up with me, I kind of just said, I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm just gonna fucking drink. But it's all just accumulation of one in the span of 2 years, and it was
when the heart addiction came into play.
And then go ahead.
I was just gonna say, but before that was like you drank, but it wasn't as bad.
It wasn't as bad. Like I had my moments, but like it's just it was
So how about in that span of where you were like, okay, this is what I'm gonna try, or this is what I want to do? Like, have you had those moments? And what was it like?
After I got out of the hospital, I did lose 21% of my blood, so I had to do 2 blood transfusions.
Oh shit!
I hope I never have to deal with that ever again.
Yeah.
But I did get sober, like 100% sober for a month, and that month was amazing. I mean, it was great. Like I would actually come home from work. I did find it like I did have a job. Like after my cirrhosis thing, I found a job, but I only worked there for a few months, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like after work, I would normally pick up beers. But like this time, since I had the cirrhosis and that fucking crisis thing, like
it was that rock bottom thing, right?
Yeah. So I would just go to the convenience store and just pick up a pop, and then I'll just go home and play Mario Kart. And then I got sober for a month, and it was actually
feels good in that month though, eh?
It did. I was looking good, man. I was just
but it's an easy month because it's a high at the same time. You're like, I'm doing it. I can do this, right?
You wake up feeling like, oh my God, I'm not hungover. I feel fucking great. Is this actually how it is to be sober?
Yeah.
But
after the month comes, after that 30 days comes, right? The hard part comes, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I relapsed, and I relapsed pretty hard. And I was trying it sucked.
So you got sober in that month. How, like, you just played Mario Kart, you didn't drink. When I got off alcohol, and my ex can vouch for this big time, is that I started drinking more ginger ale, right? Like pop, right? Because it was beer all the time for me. So I got addicted to that too. So I'm starting to get away I'm trying to get away from it. So I get that point where it does help. Don't get me wrong. Anything that's like, what is it? The carbon, right? The fizz, that's what helps. Right?
That I actually, when I was actually sober, I actually got a lot of what are they called? Bubbly?
The bubblies, yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, it reminded me, it's just like, it did remind me of booze, but like it like got the cravings away. It does. Anybody out there that's struggling, it does help, but like it can help. Still.
But what I was trying to get at with the month is because you feel this is a realist thing I can say about, especially with alcohol.
Yeah, go ahead.
And with drugs, getting off of this stuff is that it feels good for the first 2 months because again, we're on this high. You feel great, and you're like, I'm doing it. I'm demanding myself. I'm going to do this, right? But where the hard part comes is, which I understand because I was there. I know a bunch of people that was there. Is getting past that month is the last 3 to 4 months, especially with alcohol, because once that high goes away, you start to feel all the other stuff that you've been dealing with that you're trying to hide, right? So now you got to fight that part. Now balance it with the good part that you're feeling, and then once you get past that, that's when it actually really starts to go. But I see like people, like the reason I'm glad I brought you on, because there's a reason why, like, you seem level-headed to a sense. You're just stuck in a sense, right? You drink and you've been so used to this pattern, right? That
very used, man.
You're so used to this pattern. And
I'm glad you said that too.
And I'm bringing up patterns because I brought it up today in my status, saying that I'm trying to break generational curses.
I saw that status before I left. Yeah.
Right. And I'm not perfect, and I make my mistakes along the way. But why I see this, and I'm glad this is happening, because again, level-headed, you know what you want, you know what you're looking for. It's just people, we're stuck. You're not alone. You know what I mean? And that's what I try to tell people. You're not alone. It's just finding that new pattern, that new routine, right? And that's where I'm getting from it. That's what I feel. That's what I'm getting from this. And you're just stuck in this addiction. And a lot of people are. If you are, it's okay to be. It's not. You can be even in this spot, meaning level-headed, right? He's being honest with y'all. You're being honest and being real about it, and that's the key. It's not. You're not preaching it where you're like drink, and you're not preaching it where you're like, hey, like I do have alcohol here. You're saying, hey guys, I got a fucking problem. I got beers right there, but I'm willing to like tell my story. And I'm
100%. I'm glad you actually realized that, because
you know what I mean. And but I see that, and I hope the people watching see that too. And that's why I'm listening, or at least I'm trying to, because I'm learning along the way where I'm trying to hear what people have to say, right? And I hear your story, right? Like I know it's not the whole thing, but I hear what you're saying, and I don't know what you want to take from that, but I mean that's
no, you're
not alone. People aren't alone, and you can do it. And I'm not. People can have their shit and be like, oh yeah, whatever. If they know you or they don't know you, they can say, oh yeah, he's like. It doesn't matter. I see it. I see a level head. It's just getting past that one. You know what I mean? It's so, you know,
you're not the only person who kind of like said that. Like I'm not like, I don't know. I think I'm more like now I'm actually a functioning alcoholic. I need it. I need it, but like I don't like my roommate. He quit. He was sober the whole time he lived with me for a little bit, about a year and a half, and I never offered him a drink.
See, that's
because like I respect people.
That's
you know,
a good human being, and that's a level-headed addict. When I was doing drugs, I was the same way. Hey man, you do crack now? My best friend, can I come? No man, you're not coming upstairs. Like I wouldn't want anybody.
Yeah, I don't. I didn't want.
Same with the alcohol. Going when I was going nuts with it, I don't want people part of it. Drink at home, right? So it's kind of the same thing.
I don't ever. I mean, maybe my one buddy from Hamilton. I may say, hey, take a shot, but like he's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah. So no, that hospital thing. Yeah. So it was.
Were you wanted by the cops after that or before that?
It was during it.
During.
Yeah. So I was basically. So what happened in January? That's when I actually knew I was wanted, and this is the part where I actually want to speak my part of it. But I'll explain how I knew and figured out. So there was a certain individual who I worked with. That used to, I mean, he works at the place that I got fired from.
Gotcha.
But he messaged me and he was like, hey, people are talking about you in the lunchroom. I'm like, wait, what do you mean? And he was just like, apparently you robbed a liquor store. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sakes. So a couple days before that certain individual messaged me, I was already shoplifting from the LCBO because I was already running out of money. And as an addict, what people don't understand, if you're an addict and you're running out of money, you're going to do stupid shit.
Yeah,
and I wasn't proud of what I did. I did shoplift and I'm guilty of it. But so basically what happened is...
Real feel people.
Hey, no, I like that. I like that.
The real feel people. Continue.
But so basically, what happened a couple days before my buddy messaged me, I was at the liquor store. I was doing my stupid fucking shit, but I pocketed a Mickey, and then I noticed that there was two gentlemen following me. And then this guy was literally like right here, like following me. I'm like, oh fuck. So I kind of avoided him. And then I put the Mickey down. I'm like, I think they're onto me. And then it was two undercover cops that were actually doing an investigation because
Keep talking.
Oh yeah, it was two undercover cops that were actually they were doing an investigation on me because I already got the people were doing inventory, noticing that the Sailor Jerry's, which is actually was one of my favorite drinks at the time, but I would just buy 2 beers and go. But yeah, so I got caught, but I went to the counter, I paid for my stuff, but I also dropped the Mickey and hid it on the shelf. Because I had a feeling something was going on. And then the tall gentleman that was actually a police officer, he was just doing undercover. he said, "Hey, are you gonna take that Mickey out of your pocket?" I'm like, "I got nothing, man." He's like, "If you leave the store, I'm gonna make a police report." I'm like, "I actually don't have anything. I'll show you where I placed it." And then I thought it was done in that, and I called my roommate saying, "Dude, I just fucking got caught." And then, of course, a couple of days later, my buddy messaged me. One of my buddies I already explained that part, but yeah, one of my buddies I'm stuttering now, but
no, you're good.
Yeah, he messaged me saying, yeah, people are talking about you in the lunchroom, and yeah, I didn't really believe it at first. I'm like, man,
So even though you dropped it or whatever, they still charged you. I was still trying to look for you afterwards.
Yeah, they started to look for me afterwards, and then and then all of a sudden, my other buddy that I actually went to high school, he all of a sudden messaged me saying, "Yo, the police are looking for you. You're wanted." I'm like, "Oh my god!" And I was gonna fucking faint, dude. Yeah. It was.
Man, it's crazy what addiction like it can do, man.
And
I mean, I'm guilty as well. I never went out fully and took from anybody or any like stores or anything. It was mostly like my mom, like my parents or whatever, because I knew like how much trouble I could get in. So I know what it feels like. And even when people say, well, they're a thief, and well, I'm like, put yourself in their position for a second. I'm saying, I'm not saying, again, you're well aware of what you're talking about.
100%.
And that's a positive. That's a huge positive, being well aware, and you're making mistakes, but you're well aware of it, or you're making bad choices and you're well aware of it. As long as you're like, there is people on the streets now saying, yeah, I steal. Yeah, I went to that store, like, because they have to, and they have to do it in that sense. And especially when you're in addiction, it's just telling you to, basically, because you're like,
I couldn't fucking help it
and fuck all this up, or do I just be better for that moment? You know what I mean? And be like, I'm positive about it, and be like, wake up the next day, and I don't know. It's just and do it again. It's just it's a struggle, man. It's a back and forth.
Well, the thing,
being caught. Sorry, my point was being caught was one of those things. Like, you never went back to doing that again, or
fuck no. But the thing is, I don't know if any of the employees at the LCBO or whatever watch this, but like they all knew me because I would, after work, I would just go grab 10% beers and drink them before I got to my apartment.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I feel like I honestly do apologize to any of the LCBO workers. I kind of betrayed them. Like, I was well known there, but nothing to be proud of. But I'm just saying, like, I was just a regular there, so it's just, it kind of sucks that. But anyways, so I had oh my God, that day was fucking horrible. I had about 25 people message me.
Yeah, sorry, back to that. Yeah, being arrested or being told. Yeah.
I had 25 people message me like, what's going on? You did this and that. Did you do an armed robbery? And I was just like, oh my God, my life is about to get fucking into shambles. And it really did. It was, so this court case lasted from January to November, it was a few weeks before my birthday. But it was a horrible experience. Like, every time I woke up, that was the first thing I fucking thought of. And the first thing is because of that made me want to drink even more. Because I just try to run away. I try to run away from my problems, right?
Yeah, the shame, the guilt.
It was very embarrassing too. It was very embarrassing. I don't know. Did you see that picture? Like, everybody ran.
I don't know if I remember. I probably have at some point, because it's been, obviously, if it's that like that, it would have been well known, right?
Oh, it was.
Me personally, no, I didn't see anything of it. I've seen your face pop up a few times. That's why I'm like curious. I'm like, you're not like, have you been charged before that? Like, were you charged like is that your first?
No, that's my third charge. But like, I got charged with a DUI, and then the second DUI, and then they wanted 30 days in jail.
So this is all alcohol related. That's what you're saying.
Everything in my life.
Everything
in my life is to do with alcohol.
And you're how old again? Sorry.
I'm 32.
32.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the past 2 years, all this has happened. And then I say, for you reaching out, like, he reached out to me, mind you, is that he was like, hey, I got this story to tell. Like, I see you do your podcast. I'm sure he saw something and was interested in, like, hey, let's have a conversation. And I mean, that shows me there is that you're already like I do want to make some kind of change. I have a story for people if people want to know, and like, hey guys, you're not alone, right? As I said before, and it seems like you have such a positive mindset towards it. Again, you're just,
I appreciate you saying that, because I'm trying my best, even though I do drink, but like
you did it
I'm
before
not
for 30 days by drinking pop. You think you can do it again?
It's a tough one.
Like,
I'm gonna have to really think about that one.
Like, where do you live right now? Who do you live with?
I just moved back with my parents because I had to leave my apartment for reasons, but that I'm not gonna explain.
You don't have to.
I'm not gonna explain that. But
so you're back at home with the parents, which is cool. Everything. I gotta live with my mom for right now due to my situations with the ex, with like when I was drinking, and it's just the whole fucking. I've mentioned it multiple times. I got nothing to hide, but just to save a little time now, that's where I'm. My situation. Me, I got clean in SOAR, SOAR in Brantford here.
Yeah, I'm actually I got an appointment with. I'm going to counseling for my drinking, right?
Okay,
so
good.
I got an appointment tomorrow at 9 a.m.
So whatever works, work it, right? Don't be pressurized into certain things. But point is, I went to SOAR, but I ended up there because you had to go through a process to get to the shelter. The SOAR was open overnight at the time because of winter, and they wanted people to stay over. So I got clean there. So far, there was a bunch of drug addicts, alcoholics. That was the day I didn't even drink and I haven't drank since that day. But I slept on the floor, on the fucking chairs. That was my rock bottom. Like that's where I decided, where I was like, you know what, like no, because I like a challenge in a sense, right? So I took that as a challenge to myself, where I'm like, everybody else is doing it. I don't have to be like everybody else. I could be me. So I was like, this is the day. Even though there was crack beside me, alcohol beside me, I said nope, nope, nope. And this was the hard. I was in the same position as you were, but that was where I was like, my point is, that's where I was like, no, I want to challenge myself. I'm gonna do this, and I'm not gonna be like anybody else. I'm gonna be me, and that's what got me to where I am. So, but I've talked to people along the way, counseling. I've talked to SOAR counseling. And it does help. So whatever works, work it, right? Like whatever. I mean, to the people is that the story is. I don't know how to explain. I've never heard. I don't think I've met anybody like I have. But if I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I don't remember. I've never met somebody like you in a sense where they're this
self-aware.
Yeah.
I'm very self-aware. Yeah.
And yeah, thank you. But an alcoholic, right? And you're an alcoholic.
I am.
At the same time, but you also want to change. But also, you're like, I'm still going home to have a beer.
I'm probably gonna go fucking grab a pint,
right? And I get that, and I know, but I understand that's the true feeling of it. And again, he's not sitting here. I'm not sitting here preaching it, saying it's okay to. No, I mean, it's go do this. It's okay to feel this way. It's okay to be this way, but we're not preaching it to be like, hey, go out to do this. It's okay, and meaning it's okay to do this by like getting yourself into alcoholism. It's just okay to be like, I'm self-aware. I know what I'm doing. I know where I want to be. I just know that it's going to take me time to get there. I've done it 2 or 3 times, right? I just know that I'm going to get there. That's exactly why it's weird. This was obviously meant to be in some way, some shape or form, whether someone's listening or not. It's meant to be because I was like, this guy has an interesting, weird. He's now like, are you not going to drink on my, you know what I mean? Like I had this like weird. And then I was like, no, it seems like he's a self-aware person that's just struggling. I just need to meet him to know that maybe he needs to hear something. Maybe I need to hear something. Maybe they need to hear something, right? So that's why I brought you on. I mean, basically.
I appreciate it too, man.
And, but yeah, that's basically where you, so that's from all that, from being wanted, the ex-girlfriend, back at home, like how's your parents? Like you close with your parents at all? Or?
Yeah, they're pretty chilling. I never, I mean, they did kick me out, but I mean, like when I was 23, I'm 30 now, right. But yeah, but no, the whole wanted thing, actually, I want to actually explain.
How about her?
It was, no, it was actually, I'm going to trip myself though. Yeah, a lot of people are ripping on that picture of me. It was a very bad picture. Oh my god! Yeah. But so basically, what the charges were, it was theft under 5,000 times 8. So what what the Crown wanted was it was nothing too bad. It was just 30 days and a year probation, right? So basically, I prolonged it for a little bit because like I wasn't working when I first got charged. I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to afford a lawyer? But in the end, all I had to do was represent myself, and I said I want to do restitution and diversion. So basically, I just had to do a program with a lady, and it literally was just one class, and then I paid back everything I stole. So I basically stole $285 worth of Mickeys in a span of 3 weeks, and I'm being totally honest. And it wasn't. I think it got blown out of proportion. It was very unnecessary, but hey, you know what? Everybody had a good laugh, and I laugh about it now.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
I think I've mentioned that. I've said it multiple times. You're going to go through certain things, and then you'll look back. And especially if you're a positive self-aware, that's a good one to use. Self-aware, you'll look back at it and laugh. And you don't have to be proud of it. You'll be like, oh, I was proud of. When I bring up my thefts and stuff like that, people say, well, you say it like you're proud. And I said, no, I'm saying it because I'm honest. I'm not proud of it.
That's the thing. Yeah, no, you actually understand, because like, I'm not saying I'm fucking embarrassed about that, but
100%.
It's funny to me now.
Yeah, say it out loud to help others understand, because people are sitting at home going like, oh my God, like people literally think they're the only ones turning 30 tomorrow. Like that's a real thing, bro. Like people think they're the only ones that are going to turn 30. They think they're the
Wait, what do you mean by that? Like
I mean it in a sense where people think they're alone. Like they think they're the only one stuck.
Gotcha.
So they think they're the only one that's turning 30 tomorrow. Like, oh my God, I'm 30 tomorrow. Like I feel like this, or like I'm going to be 30, 40. I'm using that as an example where people think they're the only ones going through this. So they think it's over or it stops or whatever the case is. Because again, 39 years old, I've inspired young people where they're like, hey man, like I'm 23. You're like, at the time I was 34. I was still going through addiction, I think at the time. Yeah. 33. But long story short, I had somebody say to me, they said, man, I can't believe like you inspire me. You're 33 years old and you're still doing this. That makes me want to keep going. And I'm only 22, meaning that they're thinking it's over at 30. But when they see someone that's 33, over 30, they're like, holy shit, this inspires me to keep going. So again, you're not the only one, people, that you're going through this certain thing. You're not the only one that feels this way, that's going through this and self-aware of knowing that you're on this path to change, I guess, if that makes sense. That's what it seems to me. I keep bringing that up. It seems to me that you've had your time, you had your story, you're self-aware of what's going on, you're trying to be positive, you want to tell your story, and then you're just, again, you're trying to find that place where you're like, it works, this works.
No, 100%, man.
Right? Just, whatever works, work it, right? It's what I say, and whatever works. I mean, but you're not alone, man. That's why I tell people, you're not alone.
Oh,
I think they're the only ones, right? They do.
That's why I wanted to come on here and just explain a little bit about my story, and then clear my like name a little bit for that stupid wanted bullshit.
Yeah.
But like it's just
So if I go missing after this, you know why, people?
Because I killed him. No.
You know why, right? You know why if I go. But yeah, I just met him. You messaged me a few days ago.
Yeah, right? I added you.
Yeah, I was watching my podcast. Again, I explained it at the beginning of this. I don't know if you got enough off your chest of how much more.
If you want to know about my lawsuit.
Oh yeah, right. That was the one thing. So like in between all that, someone, your dog bit.
Yeah, so this actually happened all before this. Like me and my ex were still dating.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went to, I was at a certain store, and then my brother messaged me, and he was just like, hey, me and Dad need to go to your apartment, and we got to talk to you. And I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, don't worry, you'll be fine. And then he gave me a huge, like, it was stacked. It was like a few pieces of papers. Let's just say that. And so a certain individual who I fucking hate that guy. But a certain individual who I thought was a friend ended up suing me for $1.8 million. But in the end, they wanted $180,000. And the thing is, like, this is why I actually. So after I got sued, this is why I don't really trust people that much, because
Was he living with you at the time, or
he was over? I was literally about to explain that, right? No. Yeah. Don't say sorry. No. Yeah. I was just gonna say he wasn't living with me, but he would come, like, this is back in 2018 when I rented a house, and then this is when I was actually living there by myself and my brother, because my ex broke up with me, but we already talked about that. But I would take care of him on the weekends because he used to do a bunch of blow and drink, and then he couldn't go home like all fucked up. So I'm like, yeah, man, come over, man. I got you. And I let him overstay a few times. But then one day, so him and my dog at the time, he unfortunately passed away. Rest in peace, Tice. But him and my dog were just laying in the spare room. I was in the kitchen. And then all of a sudden I heard my dog go like, I'm like, what the fuck was that? And then he comes out. His nose is literally like this. He bit a good amount of his nose. It was a good bite on his nose. Yeah. But and then I called the hospital or whatever, and then there was like 2 police officers, 3 fire trucks, and like 3 ambulances. But he got all fixed up, but then I started seeing my ex again, and then life was good. And then we got an apartment together. And then, that's when that's when my brother gave me the papers. I'm getting sued. And that was actually literally the trigger of actually severely drinking hard.
Yeah.
Not
losing it all, right? Basically, you can
I thought my life was done because I got a lawyer. So basically, it cost me what was it, $14,500 just to defend myself, because I was fighting this hard. And also, my lawyer said if they succeed, they're gonna garnish which is Ontario's max is 55% of my wages. I'm like, I only made $23 at the time. $23 an hour at the time. So I thought my life was fucked, and I just to forget about it, I just drank. So
that's when it fully kind of went down.
That's when it.
I can't say it wouldn't, especially
tough.
If you drank and you never really did anything before, that would trigger it for sure, because it's the only thing that's convenient enough to be like, yo, this person's going to take my life.
I thought I thought financially my life was done.
Yeah, and for sure.
I just, the only thing that made me feel better was the booze, and the booze fucking made arguments with my ex. So it's just like, I don't blame her at all.
Did she drink at all? I don't know.
No, she actually did. The 5 years that the 5 years that we were together at that apartment, I think I've only drank with her twice. She ain't no drinker.
But again, you seem like I know there was a sense in you, and I know you've made mistakes, whatever. There's something in you that she saw, even though because same with my ex, we battled. She has her issues, whatever she continues with, and whatever whatever I did, but she fucking stuck with me, man. I drank like a motherfucker. I did some stupid ass shit, right? And I did some dumb reactions, and I shouldn't have, right? But she was there because she's what I am and who I am. That's why. But it just gets to a certain point where there's I can't take it anymore.
That's when she was done.
I've been done in the corner, bro. Fucking fetal position and shit. She's picked me up before to put me in the fucking bed. Yeah, man, I've been there before, man. She's yeah, man, crying in the fucking basement, smashing things. I ripped my whole fucking brand apart, bro. I had everything. I had a positive over negative shirts. I've taken scissors to them. I've been there, so I know. But she stuck with me because they knew they seen something. But my point is, it gets to that point, right?
Where they're enough's enough,
I gotta fucking But I say this is what she did, and I mentioned you can't do that with people, is that you can't threaten with it. You don't stop drinking, I'm going to leave you. I hope that's not what she was like, but it's not a good thing to threaten it, to be hey, you can be hey, your drinking's the problem, whatever, it's causing this issue. Can we try to fix it in a sense? That's a good way to approach it, but never go to somebody and be if you don't stop drinking, I'm leaving you, because they'll stop. And then it puts a lot of pressure on him. I stopped 3 times when she said that. twice.
It's hard to stop when somebody, you have to.
You have to want it.
You have to want to stop, right?
If you want that thing in front of you, whatever it is, if it's a girlfriend and they're telling you, hey, if you don't, you're like, oh my God, I want that. So you're going to stop, right? I did. I stopped for a few weeks, but I realized I'm like, I want to do it for them, but I don't feel I'm doing it for me, right? So I went back to drinking when my mom went to the hospital. I found her on the floor, fucking blah, 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 blah. But point is, that triggered me. So, but after that was like, we went through, cops have been called multiple times. The last time before the SOAR, I fucking felt like it was I don't know. It was one of those points where I did it myself. No one can turn around and be like, yo, you don't stop this time, I'm going to leave you. I turned around and said, nope, today's the fucking day. Like, I felt it, you know what I mean? So it's a want thing. It's a true
100%, man. And
you can come back on anytime you want, man.
I got a little bit more to explain if I come back another
or you
time.
can just come on and hang out with me, be a little co-host. I have things to talk about. If you want to bounce off of that and just come
I wouldn't mind being a co-host.
So
I've always wanted to do a podcast. So.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be fully, obviously, permanent. But my point of this is that this is new to me. If you go back to my old videos, I'll give you a link. Way back, I've been doing this since 2015. Like,
wow.
Oh yeah, like long time vlogging. I used to have a phone. Fucking now I'm here. Right. So I've had my podcast before, but now this is a new channel where I'm like, I want to start bringing people on. I've had 2 podcasts before this. The person I put on here was my very first podcast. I didn't release a second one because it's a long story. We'll get into it because I'll sit here for a while. The point is that the 2 podcasts that I did felt fake. And I'll be honest, they felt fake. They were not real. I don't believe they were real enough. I posted them anyways because at the time was like, I felt there was something. But these 2 people, one person just left me hanging again and tried to screw with my video again for the second time. So he's gone. The second person, I like him. I love him from a distance, but he was trying to be in like this God sense, changing. I believe in the universe. I don't care what you do. And I believe in these type of things. So I brought him on to tell a story. He was getting clean too. And I was talking about the high. I'll leave it at this. I was talking about that high part. Yeah, man, I'm doing it because you want to be where that person is. I get it, right? Because I want to be there, right? We all want to be there, right? But understanding the steps. Point is he was like, yeah, God saved me. And he was on this weird high. So I brought him on the podcast. As soon as the podcast was done, he was messaging me saying like, oh, you need to find God. You need to telling me how I need to change. So that's what pissed me off. That was the only thing where I was like, dude, I'm 8 months. Like
that's why you're a little bit skeptical about me because you had to pass. I understood. Right? I understood.
So I'm confused. I'm like, I really gotta and at the beginning, I was trying to find a place with it because I can decide whether I post it, whatever I do with it, right? But again, I said it I felt it was real enough, genuine. I can't see, hey, I'm an alcoholic, but I don't drink that much. And all of a sudden you leave from here and then you're like, hey, by the way, I got 2 beers in my, no, genuine, honest. And
I'm very honest,
right?
Man.
It is.
I'm very honest.
And I see change and I see that if you guys can take from this, that you can, it's again, okay to be in these spots, but don't, I don't know. Like, so my last podcast was with the guest and he did that. And then now he ended up in detox, like rah, right? And then you go, right? You fall back down, right? And then rah. You think that you're there. And I'm like, oh, watch it. This is the 4th time he did this, 5th time he did this, 6th time he did this. So I really got to watch, right? Who you talk to and stuff like that. Just in life in general, not even just with
No, 100%, man. I'm very cautious on who I talk to
right?
now. I don't really trust people that much.
I'm learning along the way. This person still won't come back and apologize or anything. You stay over here and it is what it is. And this is where we are. But
100%.
Louis, whatever you want to call it.
Louisville?
It's Louis. You can call yourself Louis too.
Yeah. Call me Louis.
Louis. Thank you so much, man, for coming on.
There is one more message I just want to send to everybody.
So that's the good thing, what I was going to bring up. So if you have anything else to say to the people, anything positive, anything lifting, anything that you can leave them with for this episode.
Just 100%, like I didn't talk about my 2 DUIs, but that happened like years ago. But anyways,
yeah.
But like, look, I was my ex broke up with me. That was very hard, but like I also lost my job. I was also wanted by police. My life was going downhill. But no matter what happens, just keep on, just wake up every day, go brush your teeth, go take a shower, go to work, and life will be good. Because no matter what happens, just try to keep positive. Because I went through my stuff. I'm finally happy. Yes, I do have a little bit of a drinking problem, but I'm gonna figure that out. But other than that, life is good.
Just the simple things, right? Start off with the simple thing, the small thing,
Yeah,
right?
that's why I mentioned
Making
the
your
brushing the
bed,
teeth. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And brushing your teeth, like he's saying, it's the smallest things that's going to get you to the next goals. Because if you can achieve the smallest things, if you can achieve the smallest things, the big things are going to be the hardest thing, right? You know what I mean? That's the hardest part. So achieve those small steps first, and if you skip them, the universe is going to send you right back, man.
Exactly,
You know?
man.
So again, man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
coming on.
Thanks for having me on.
I'm definitely going to try to have him on again. So, but yeah, thanks for tuning in, y'all, and much love to you guys, and we'll see y'all soon. So yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem.
I appreciate you, bro.
That was great.